welcome to Gemma B Makes. This is my crafting podcast where I talk about all the things that I've been making over the past couple of weeks. This particular episode I've been doing some knitting and some sewing and some spinning. So I'm going to talk about those now. But first, I just wanted to say a really big thank you to all the new people that have come to my channel over the past couple of weeks and commented lovely comments. I've really enjoyed, hearing them, but engaging and meeting new people over this channel, because that was the aim of it. I really wanted to talk to new people, meet new people with similar hobbies and similar interests, and it's been really nice to meet everybody. So please keep carrying on with your comments. I'll always reply and I always see all of them, so thank you. So I'm going to start talking about your knitting before I gush at you. It's almost been a year since I started the podcast. I think it was nearly the 1st of May, 31st of May when I uploaded my first video. And James, my little boy, was tiny. He was clung to me on the sling, and now he's 13 months old. How's that gone? How's that gone so fast? I just don't understand. But I've really enjoyed every single minute of it. And it's been nice to share everything with you guys. So let's stop babbling and we'll carry on with the knitting. Okay, so let me start with what I've finished. So I have got a half finished object with a sock. So this sock is no particular design. It was something that I was playing with, doing a little pattern on the front there, but it was to test the yarn. So this yarn is Twistangle Fibres, who is my lovely friend Julie, who we spin together on a Wednesday, and we are part of Bradford's Spinners, Weavers and Dyers Guild. She has hand dyed this BFL superwash with madder from the garden, and she wanted to see how it wears. So I've been knitting a pair of socks, and I finished one. And I've got so far with the other one. Here we are. So I did the leg. Now here's my little pattern. I'll show you it. It's crazy. I wanted to try and do a little motif that kind of, I don't know, it was supposed to be little flowers in a row in a garden. See, I don't know if you can see that. I didn't quite pull it off. But this is how much of the sock. So I turned the heel, ready to go, and I don't know if you can see, but look what I did. Oh, I snapped my needle. And this wasn't the needle's fault. This was definitely my fault. As I was knitting on it, I went to get up for something and I put my knitting down and then pushed down on my knitting to get up, and it just snapped in half. I'm an idiot. So anyway, this one came in the post this morning, so I can carry on. But I was so annoyed with myself that I couldn't finish these socks yet. Anyway, I've nearly done. And I've got to say, I think I've managed to get the best fit sock for myself so far. So I've not knit many pairs of socks. I think this is number 5. This is the start of the 5th pair of socks. And I've managed to get the best fit. So I'm really happy with that. So I've used a 2.5mm and 60 stitches. So and that's fit me really well. And I've been measuring my foot. I'm a size 5, a UK size 5, but I've made the socks into a 4. So where I'd normally stop for the toe, like I've been trying my socks on and then knitting the toe 1.5 inches, 2 inches, I can't remember, however it says in the pattern that I've got. Is it YouTube? Talking rubbish, aren't I? I'm sorry. Anyway, I've knit these a size smaller than I normally would have, and they fit me really well. So I'm really impressed with that. And now that I've got my new needle, which is the Knit Pro Symphony, because I really enjoy these, even though if you lean on them they snap. Well, with my weight, seriously, I pushed right on it and it just snapped on the heel of my hand. I'm an idiot. But I can't even remember the point that I was getting to. What was I saying? Guys, all these new people coming to watch me and it's put me nerves. I've got nerves. Anyway, I finished my sock. It's on that needle. It's a really bad pattern. It fits lovely. The wool, which is the reason, the yarn is the reason we're testing. It's not merino soft. It's not, but when it's trying it on, it feels lovely on your feet. It's more of a rustic feel on your hands, but when it's actually on your feet, it keeps nice and warm. I'm really impressed with it so far. But I'm keeping these socks in my Mrs. Brown's bag. So there you go. Yeah, so because I broke the needle, I haven't been able to work on my socks as much, and they were really good on the go kind of project. Now I've got the needle back, well, now that I've got some new needles, I'll be able to take them out and about. But because I needed an out and about project, I cast on a little jumper for my boy James. So I'm going to show you that next. Now this, I've been trying to use up all my stash. So I had a couple of balls of this particular yarn, and I thought I would give a strange brew a go. So the yarn that I've got is a DK, and this book is absolutely brilliant. It basically tells you how to knit a jumper in any size, ranging from 0 to 6 months right through to 4XL men's, and with any weight yarn. So Aran weight, DK weight or sock weight. So I worked out how to do the DK weight for James's size, which is a 1 to 2 year old. And I did my own little design. So this is my design that I did. Let's see if I can get it out. If you can see that properly. So this is knit up in the Women's Institute yarn that I picked up from Hobbycraft. And it's 100% acrylic, soft and silky. Now it feels lovely. It's really, really nice. And it will be super durable and washable, and I won't worry about getting stains on it with little tiny boys. And I was really happy with my little design that I made. I've got, I wrote out all my instructions that I'd need instead of trying to flick through all the book. So I went through the book and wrote it all out, and then I did a small little design and just drew it out and worked my way off that. So I was really, really happy, and I'm really happy with how it's turned out. I think it'll need a little bit of a steam block because you can't really block acrylic yarn, but you can just give it a steam so it rests it a little bit. But the stitch definition for this yarn is lovely. I'm really, really happy with how it's turned out. I have got a feeling that it might be a little bit small for James by the time, because my plan was to make it for next year. So I really wanted it to be for the winter next year, because the summer's coming round now. It's still a little bit chilly every now and again where I am, which is in Leeds, West Yorkshire, in England. So it's still a little bit chilly, but I don't really think it's jumper weather. It's long t-shirt weather. I was hoping that you could wear this winter next year, and I think it's probably going to be a little bit small for winter next year. I'm going to have to knit the bigger size up, but thankfully I have a little nephew on the way in September, so it will definitely get wear by somebody family. So it might not be within the next year, but it's definitely going to go to a good home if I can't squeeze a couple of wears on James first. But yeah, I was really, really happy with that. And I'm knitting that on my Knit Pro Rosewood Knit Pro rosewood needles. So yeah, I managed to knit the yoke in an evening. I really, really enjoyed doing it because the process was my own, and I got to do my own little design. It went really, really fast because I just got so into it. And then, obviously, miles and miles of stockinette. So this has been my out and about, take it where you can project, and it's been fun. I've really, really enjoyed doing it, and I'll definitely do more. And that book, the book is so good. It's just so good. I don't think I can recommend it enough. It really is a clever book. And I've got my project in my little handmade bag with a plastic, yeah. So my own handmade project bag. Okay. So I've got one more knitting whip to show you. Now, I talked about this on the last episode. I was going to cast on the Tegna by Caitlin Hunter. Now, I've managed to do the whole bottom lace section. Now, I want your honest opinion here, guys. Okay, so I cast this on in this absolutely lovely yarn by Northshire Yarns. This is in the Amarina Sunday colourway by Northshire Yarns. And this is the 4-ply sock, but it's superwash merino cashmere nylon. It's super soft, luxurious, absolute loveliness. Now, I've knit the whole lace section, but because it's a very variegated yarn, I don't know if the lace, it really complements the lace. I don't know. I love the yarn. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I just don't know if you can see the lace through it properly because it's so busy, because the yarn's so busy. However, I'm going to keep it just how it is because this took a long time. And I think because it's such a small part of the top of the jumper, it is the main part, I suppose, the frill at the lace at the bottom. But I think this colourway in a top, in a short sleeve t-shirt, is going to look really, really nice. So I'm going to carry on. I was worried about the colours pooling. Now I can see that they've pooled in one part. So where there was a decrease around the middle, just around here, you've got a bit of a stripe there. But now it's in straight stockinette, and there's no decreases or increases for the body. It's not pooled, so I'm really, really happy that I don't have to alternate skeins. And if it starts pooling at any point, then I'll start alternating. But I don't think I'm going to have to. If we'd have stayed at this stitch count here, then I would have had to alternate. But it's all changed, so I am really, really happy with my own knitting because I don't think I made any mistakes. You know, Caitlin Hunter's patterns are very, very popular on Ravelry, and a lot of people have made them. But apart from being just lovely and in general beautiful to look at, they're really, really easy to follow. I've been so intimidated by lots of patterns, lots of big lacy things, and colour. I don't know. I don't really get in. The lace was intimidating, but she just does it so well. Like the pattern, the way it's printed out, it's paid for pattern, so I don't want to look at all my scribblings. Look at James. Thank you very much, child. But yeah, so it's a 20 row repeat. I don't want to show you because it's a paid for one, but it's for just 20 stitches, and then it's for every 20 stitches you place a marker. So you're basically just doing 20 stitches at a time, and that is a lot more manageable to me than thinking, oh my gosh, it's a whole jumper of lace work, and you just go, actually no, it's just 20 stitches at a time. I like that. And then when you come round, as you're going round and round and round, you can read it better, and you can say, well, oh, below it was supposed to be like this, and you've not, and it's, you know, easy to manoeuvre. Does that maneuver? Correct? Read. It's easy to read. And I highly recommend Caitlin Hunter's patterns to anybody that's wanting to think about doing a jumper, because just of the way they're written, they're so well written, they're easy to follow, and they're pretty. So what more can you ask for? So this, and now I am on stockinette forever. So although I've got a sock that I really, really kind of need to finish, I'm still really enjoying doing this. This has been my afternoon, nighttime concentrating knitting, whereas now it's turned to, not so concentrated, just stare at the TV kind of knitting. And it's nice to have the different, excuse me, I should have got a cup of tea. It's nice to have different projects for different mindsets. I enjoy doing I'm lots of erming, aren't I? Sorry. My projects, personally, I like to have something that's mindless that I can just knit, something that I have to concentrate on that's interesting, that I feel engaged into, and also something that I really want the finished project, that I want the end result. So they're not always like that. That's not always how it happens, but to me, that's how I like to have my projects. So these, at the minute, these 3 projects are my only whips. They are the only projects that I've had, and I've cast them all on since last episode. So I did mention last time I had two projects that I was close to completing, and I've frogged them both because they weren't making me happy. I was getting frustrated with them. I was making a jacket for my little boy Edward, and it wasn't going to fit. I cast it on last year. It wasn't going to fit. So everything's been pulled out. So I've just got the 3 projects now, and I'm on Stockinette Island for all of them. So now I need my concentrated, my concentrated one, the one that I enjoy, getting into. So my plan now is to cast on for Mel Brown Crafting Podcast. She is doing a brioche along. Now she's already finished her brioche, and I've been very, very rubbish in casting on, but here's my plan. So I have leftovers from my Zweig. I have a skein of Pulse, the Pulse colourway. This is a superwash merino cashmere. And I also have their Mood Ring, which is their September Neutral Club. They did a neutral and a colours club, I think. This was their neutral for September. I ordered it at the same time from Hey Sister Yarn Co. Now, I think these go absolutely lovely together, and I am going to cast on a Harlow hat by Andrea Mowry, which is a fully 2-coloured brioche hat. Now, I've done brioche before, brioche knitting, in one other project, but it was only 1 colour brioche. I'm going to attempt the 2, and I'm just going to do a hat that's just very simple. I'm hoping very simple, just so I can get used to doing the 2 colour brioche. So that's my plan. That is going to be my next cast on, I think. So there you go. So that is it for knitting. No, I also want to say Mel is also running a buzz along, so that's anything bee related. Now there is a crochet pattern, the Hotel of Bees, and a few people are doing the buzz along, doing the Hotel of Bees shawl. It's a lovely, lovely shawl. It's the one project of Mel Brown. It's the one project of hers that I really, really envy, and I would really, really like to do. So I had a really good look through all my stash yesterday, because I've promised myself I will not buy any more yarn. I have lots and lots and lots, and I'm going to use my stash to so it can fit in one box. That'd be nice, right? And I just need to use it. I can't keep, I'm not a hoarder by nature. I am a Marie Kondo, get rid of it. Does it bring me joy? The hoarding of the yarn is not bringing me joy. I like buying it and I love it when I get it, but I need to be able to knit it. I don't want it to sit in the cupboard. I want it to become projects that I can enjoy and I can wear, because while ever it's sat there, it doesn't make me happy. So I need to use it all. So yes, but going through all the things that I have, I don't have the yarn to make the Hotel of Bees, and while ever it's a buzz along, so you can make anything bee related, I want that. I want the Hotel of Bees shawl. So I'm not going to be taking part this time, Mel, because I can't buy yarn for it. But I know you have no rules. And so when my yarn ban is up, I'm going to be joining in a couple of months' time. Yay. Okay, but yeah, so I'm going to do brioche along instead. But if anybody else wants to take part, and I really, really recommend going to check out the Hotel of Bees, because it's really, really nice pattern. I was reading, because I was searching through Ravelry the other day, having a look at the pattern to see what I'd need, to see what kind of yarn I'd need to do it. And I didn't realise, but it's a lovely, apparently it goes with a story. There's a story to it. And each part is a different part of a book. I thought that was really interesting. That was really nice. So one day, it's in my queue. It's just not going to be anytime soon. So I finished a few different spinning projects this week. I've been spinning some hand-dyed, I'll show you, some hand-dyed, I don't know what fibre it is, because we did a day of, dyeing different fibres with Julie of lovely Twistangle Fibres. She showed us how to do it with gay wool dyes. This was just a tester to see how the colours worked out. I used a blue and a raspberry colour. I think it's called cornflower and raspberry, and I just dotted it in, and it's turned out really, really nice. So I did this on the drop spindle. I spun it on the drop spindle, and then I chain plied it on the wheel. I think I've probably overspun it a little tiny bit. It's really got a really high twist to it. But I think it looks beautiful, to toot my own horn. But I really, really have enjoyed doing it. I think it looks really, really nice. And I look forward to seeing what it looks like once it's all knit up. I don't know what fibre it is. It's definitely a superwash. Julie might think it's a bit of merino, I think. It really was just in a bucket of lots of different fibres, and we just kind of grabbed and dyed just to see how it all worked. But I was really, really happy with how that turned out. So it's going to go in my collection of hand spun yarn that I have yet to knit with. I'm so bad. Anyway, I'm going to show you another one. Okay, so my second skein of yarn that I finished is by the Coastal Colours. So this was the Bradford Guild of Spinners, Weavers and Dyers had a demonstration day where Coastal Colours came in to visit us, and everybody got to dye either a skein of yarn or some fibre. I chose, I've reused the bag, but it was baby alpaca, 62%, 25% mulberry silk and 12.5% cashmere. Now, the difference of softness between these two is just, it is so crazy. This is really quite a rustic, would be really good for colour work, and this is just so luxury soft. It's so nice. So Coastal Colours actually used the same kind of gay wool dyes that we used with Julie. So this has got the same raspberry colour in it, although you wouldn't be able to tell. So the nice purpley colour is raspberry. It's also got a colour called silver birch and honeycomb, and it was on, because it's on the baby alpaca that was in there, it was actually an already kind of grey a grey alpaca. So it's gone quite muted tones, and I just think it's turned out lovely. Now I want to show you this one. This is a little mini one. So you can see I chain plied this, so I spun it on the wheel and I chain plied it. So you can see each individual colour. Now to start with, I spun 3 bobbins, and I originally wanted to chain to ply them all together. Three bobbins all plied together, and this is what it looked like, and it just kind of turned to mush. You can't really see the individual colours. It wouldn't be very nice all knit up. I wanted to see the individual colours. So I did a little bit of it and realised what it was turning out like, and then stopped, and then chain plied them all together. And as each bobbin finished, I just kind of spliced them together to make one big skein. So I was really, really happy with how it all worked out. Now I really have to do something with all my hand spun now, because it's just, I don't want it to sit and languish, and I definitely have enough to make something beautiful. I've got lots and lots of different colours. I could make something beautifully rainbow, or I could do a colour work jumper, maybe mix it with something quite plain. I don't know. That is why I'm stopped, because I can't think of anything that I want to do that's going to show it off in its best light. I'm not sure. I'm just going to keep spinning more. So I spin my yarn. The wheel that I have at home, I rent from the Guild. It's £5 a month, and it's the best investment that I have on a monthly basis. However, somebody wants it back. Well, somebody else wants to hire the wheel. I've had it a long time. Somebody else wants to hire the wheel next month. So I've only got 1 more month of the wheel. In fact, we're coming up to the end of April now, so I've got about 2 or 3 more weeks left of the wheel. And I've got quite a bit of fibre that I really want to use. So I'm going to try and get quite a bit of spinning done over the next couple of weeks, just so I can get these 2 big braids. I've got 2 big braids. In fact, I'll show you, because it's right here. So these are also what we dyed with Julie on the day at the same time as doing this. So I want to get all this spun up. So two big braids of it. I can do that in a couple of weeks, surely, hopefully. Anyway, that's the plan. So that's my spinning plans. But then everything else that I do will either have to be on a borrowed wheel or on the drop spindle. So, and I totally forgot about this as well. So when we went to the Guild this month, my friend Jasmine makes these beautiful bats. And I just bought a little tiny mini one. And I know I said I wasn't going to buy anything, but fiber's not yarn, right? But look at these, they're so nice. And these are just my colours. Look at that. It's just beautiful, beautiful softness. And I thought it was small enough that I wouldn't get quite daunted, and I'd be able to do this on my drop spindles, because I knew I was giving the wheel back. So I thought, well, I'll just get something beautiful that I can do on my drop spindle that's not like a bit daunting and a lot to do. Something small and beautiful that I can make with my drop spindle. So yeah, and that's by Jasmine. And she had some beautiful, beautiful stuff. And this was just a mini one, but she had some big ones as well. And I was very, very tempted, but I knew I was giving the wheel back, so I didn't. Okay, so that's all the spinning. So I have been doing some sewing. I wanted to show you some bits. I've been making my cousin's. So my cousin went to go live in Oman with her husband, and my mum went to go visit them the other week at the Easter weekend. So I made a little baby romper. She has 2 boys. They're 4 and 2. They're 2 and 4. So I made the little 4-year-old a t-shirt, and I made the 2-year-old a little romper. So I have been doing a little bit of sewing, but I can't show you them because it's gone and it's already been gifted. And I got a little video of him him walking around in his little romper already. I just believe me that it was lovely. Some nice little monster material that I did those with. So that took up a bit of my sewing time. I wish I could show you, but it's all gone. However, I have been making bags. So I've been making some project bags. So for those, like I say, we're going to be doing a few little bits at Leeds Wool Festival. Now, I'm not going to be selling these bags at Leeds Wool Festival, but I did want to do a little bit of practice of how to make them and do my own designs. So I've gone a little bit crazy. So you've seen some of these before, but I've managed to do 4 different sizes. So here, I'm just going to hold it up, guys. So this is my little tiny size, and it's going to be, I'd say, a little sock bag. It's quite small, one skein project. This material was a Gutermann's, yeah, it was a Gutermann's fat quarter set that I thought was really, really pretty. So I had a few leftovers. Like I say, I've just been practicing doing different designs, different sizes, how to draft my own patterns, things like that. So these are just my practices. So this is a little small size. This is the next size on. I love these chickens. How cool are these? So this is the next size. So I'm going to call the little one extra small. This one the small. I've lined in this beautiful mustard colour, little elasticated pockets, and another one there. So this came from the same kind of set. Again with the elastic pockets, and these are both the same size. So these are the small, and another small. This one is a medium size. So you've seen these ones before, I think. This is not elasticated pockets, but it's got a nice pocket inside, all lined. And this giant mama is my large. So I love this material. It's so crazy. There's like so many random things on this tree. I managed to make a pocket. Now it's I designed it because I used my bags as handbags basically, and this one fits my phone in it perfectly. It's actually measured for my phone size, and it's also lined and with a nice pocket in there as well. So I've had lots and lots of fun making these bags. But now I've got lots of bags, guys. So I would really like one of you guys to have one. So I'm going to have a little giveaway. Nothing crazy. I'm not going to do anything anywhere else. I just want you to leave a comment below saying which one you'd like. Which one would you like? Seriously. I have chickens, and I have some beautiful vases. I've got some grey butterflies. Oh, I've got a big giant mama. Or a tiny cute extra small. It's entirely up to you. I have lots. And I just want to spread the love a little bit. And I just wanted to say a little bit of a thank you to everybody that's subscribed recently and everybody that's come to watch me and left all the beautiful comments. So yeah. I think my phone's ringing. So yes, that was my mum ringing. She's just come back from her holiday and she's going to bring me some dinner. How nice is that? So I'm going to wrap this up real quick. But I was talking about giveaways. So there is no rules for this giveaway. Just give this video a thumbs up and comment below which bag that you'd like to get. And I just want to say a big, big thank you for everybody that's been watching and joining along. It's really, really nice to interact with all of you. So yes, happy knitting, guys, happy crafting, whatever it is that you're doing over the next week, and I will see you in a couple of weeks' time. Bye.